Why?
Do you have any second
why
thoughts
wasn't
on exempting fire and police? Do you have any second thoughts on exempting?
No, I don't at all. And the reason why, I get why the concern is out there, but the reason why is what I saw in Madison that first week or two, when you had 3 days worth of teachers walk off the job and leave parents high and dry in terms of childcare and daycare and things of that nature, is that annoyed a lot of parents. And in fact, eventually the push was, that's why they went back to work, was because they realized the tide was turning, at least the leaders did, and that they were getting more people annoyed at them than supportive of them. But that caused a few inconveniences. Nobody's life was threatened. When I looked at the decision, when we first looked at this, it was clearly, as we assessed all that we would have to do, figuring you plan, like any emergency management, you plan for the worst, you expect the best. I expected that the vast majority of public employees, at the state and the local level, would show up for work, be professionals, and even at the height of the protest, that was true. 300,000 public employees, even at the biggest protest, even if you assumed every single one of them was a public employee, which obviously they weren't, it's only a fraction of all the public employees in the state. So I assumed they'd all, the vast majority show up. My fear was, I knew in corrections I had a backup plan for covering the prisons. I knew in DHS I had coverage if I needed to for a 24/7s. I knew all the other places I could account for the important things. I could not take the risk that in 1,700 municipalities and 72 counties, that there might be a fire incident or a police incident where I didn't have every single person showing up, because it may not, maybe 1 out of 99 or 1 out of 100, but if one of those departments had a work shortage and it caused a public safety problem, I wasn't willing to take that risk.
Didn't it send a message of unfairness?
Well, and that was the calculated part about it. But if I had to focus on my political PR versus public safety, I'd rather take, and for me, it's a much greater concern to make sure I could guarantee public safety. And I took the hit, politically too, because people say, oh, it's because the fire and police union endorsed you. There are 314 unions in this state for fire and police. 4 of them endorse me. 310 endorsed my opponent, the mayor of Milwaukee. If this was about a political payback, why would I let those 310 off the hook? Well, because it was for the reason I mentioned, not because of anything political. It just as simply put, and you're right, but it's already a system right now for that reason. We treat fire and police differently even before this when it comes to protective status and things of that nature for those very same reasons.